By now, you may have heard the term Internet of Things. Sounds interesting, but what does the Internet of Things actually mean? IoT is an evolution of mobile, home, and embedded applications that are being connected to the internet, integrating greater compute capabilities and using data analytics to extract meaningful information. Billions of devices will be connected to the internet, and soon, hundreds of billions of devices. As related devices connect with each other, they can become an intelligent system of systems. And when these intelligent devices and systems of systems share data over the cloud and analyze it, they can transform our businesses, our lives, and our world in countless ways. Whether it's improving medical outcomes, creating better products faster with lower development costs, making shopping more enjoyable, or optimizing energy generation and consumption.
We're launching a whole new category of home appliances that are intuitive, intelligent, and enrich family life in ways never seen before. For example, we're adding IoT capabilities to our range line, including remote monitoring and control. So now you can preheat the oven on your way home from work, or if you've left the house in a hurry, you can see if the oven or burners are still on using your smartphone.
Well, everyone, it's becoming more and more surreal. The technology being developed and distributed to spy on you and keep you in a state of slavery. It's getting crazy. And this article here is out of Forbes. Samsung smart TVs share living room conversations with third parties. That's right. They're spying on you and listening to you through your television set and sharing it with third-party entities. So, yeah. It's just crazy. There is no privacy anymore. And I'm not one of these guys that's anti-technology, you know. Technology is a double-edged sword, and whether or not it's good or bad lies primarily in the hearts of men. But I can tell you right now, this rollout, I don't see how it's good. I don't see how it can be used for good. Spying on you in your living room and transmitting it to other corporations. I mean, seriously, do you think that's okay?
Well, the U.S. government may have another way of spying on possible suspects, or just about anyone at all for that matter, by getting information out of any device or appliance connected to the internet. Here's how it works. These days, anything from cars to televisions to household appliances like refrigerators to cell phones and more can be connected to the internet. It's called the Internet of Things. And James Clapper, the Director of National Intelligence, told the Senate that the government could hack into the Internet of Things and get all kinds of information. So your refrigerator could be watching you in the future. The government's plan could easily create new concerns about privacy in the digital age.
This is going to knock your socks off, okay? This next article out of the Jacksonville Business Journal. Yeah, they're debuting high-tech streetlights that spy on you. Okay? Streetlights that spy on you. I mean, is this not mind-boggling? Like, this is crazy. All right? And I can't even begin to fathom the privacy implications of this. It's amazing.
In the future, intelligence services might use the Internet of Things for identification, surveillance, monitoring, location tracking, and targeting for recruitment, or to gain access to networks or user credentials. In other words, government agencies can use our smart TVs or fridges or thermostats or any internet-abled stuff in our homes to not only spy on us, but target us for recruitment into their service or pretend to be us. You think I'm being paranoid? Well, the thing is, I didn't say that. The U.S. Director of National Intelligence did, James Clapper. He just recently testified to the U.S. Senate regarding an assessment of threats facing the U.S., according to The Guardian. And that's when James Clapper said those words about the Internet of Things, not me. He actually said that intelligence services might use the Internet of Things to target recruits. What does that mean? That the FBI is going to hijack our TVs to gather evidence to use against us to turn us into spies? Maybe. That's how open-ended his actual testimony was. Clapper actually said that intelligence services might use the Internet of Things to steal our usernames and passwords to access whatever they want. Literal testimony. And what he also just literally did was remind us all that the government has every intention of using the Internet of Things implanted in all of our home devices to spy, to identify, surveil, monitor, and location track using the stuff in our homes. James Clapper's words, not mine. This is something we've all known was coming, and now we have congressional testimony to back it up. But he's not the first person to say it. Back in 2012, then CIA Director David Petraeus was also quoted as saying, items of interest will be located, identified, monitored, and remotely controlled through technologies, all connected to the next generation internet, using abundant, low-cost, and high-powered computing. Such a gleeful statement about spying on us through the stuff in our homes. Now, at podiums and on the news, government talking heads are going to keep trying to tell us that they're not going to spy on us through the stuff in our homes, that they're only going to spy on the bad guys. But when the cameras aren't rolling and they're going on official record, they tell a different story entirely. They always do.
Internet-connected Barbie alarms privacy advocates. After a year of plummeting profits, Mattel has announced an interactive Barbie doll, sales of which the company hopes will reverse its fortunes. But privacy advocates are worried. Mattel's new doll, called Hello Barbie, can understand speech and is able to reply conversationally. When a button on the doll is pressed, it records the user's speech, then sends the recording via Wi-Fi internet connection to a cloud server. The server recognizes the speech and sends a reply back to be spoken by the doll. The servers retain information from past conversations with the user, which the toy uses to personalize conversation. Audio files recorded by the doll can also be emailed to parents automatically so they can review the recording's contents. Privacy advocates warn the same features which make the toy interactive also make it a surveillance device. Mattel Inc. says their company respects customers' privacy, and the Hello Barbie toy complies with the U.S. government's standards for information security.
Many Americans don't realize this, but nothing you do on your cell phone or on the internet is private. The U.S. government monitors all your phone calls, emails, and all internet activity. You are being watched. Anything you do or say will be recorded. Through warrantless cell phone tracking, the federal government can listen to your cell phone even when it's turned off and track everywhere you go. Police departments are now equipped with automated license plate readers, and they are driving around in unmarked vans looking inside your car, in your house, and even under your clothes with the same backscatter technology used by the TSA at airports. The federal government now has billion-dollar surveillance blimps patrolling the skies over major cities. Unmanned drones are being equipped with facial recognition software, and now they are spying on you through household smart appliances, through your computer, your dishwasher, refrigerator, and television. So there you have it, and I don't want to say I told you so, but, well, yes I do, because we did tell you so, and we were right all along. And now there's so much information and documented evidence about the federal government's massive surveillance program that you're the one that has to be crazy if you are still denying what's going on all around you right now. Big Brother is indeed watching, my friend.
You'd think when choosing the name of a top-secret surveillance program, the National Security Agency would be careful not to choose a name synonymous with artificial intelligence gone rogue and nearly destroying humanity. You'd be wrong. According to a report by The Intercept, the NSA mislabeled an Al Jazeera journalist as a terrorist using a program called Skynet, which analyzes cell phone metadata in order to detect suspicious activity. The report was based on a document leaked by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. Movie buffs are familiar with the name. Skynet is the AI from the Terminator movie franchise, which gains self-awareness in the near future and decides it's best to wipe out the human race, which it perceives as a threat.
The Skynet funding bill is passed. The system goes online on August 4th, 1997. It becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time.
Remember Skynet? That artificial intelligence system from the Terminator series? You know, it gets too powerful and tries to wipe out the human race. Sounds far-fetched? Well, Skynet may not be as far-fetched as we think.
processes a billion web searches every day. Here's a few of the things Google wants to own: your phone, your email, your computer, and your entire digital life. Building an empire on your street, on your phone, in your DNA.
It seems the startup stage for Nest Labs is over because Google has bought the company for $3.2 billion.
They want you to categorize your day: when I wake up, when I leave for work, when I get home from work, when I go to bed.
Am I alone and feeling a little uncomfortable about this?
1, 2, 3. Balloons communicate with specialized internet antennas on the ground. We're using all of these things to build this network in the sky.
For several years, Google has made driverless technology. One analyst estimates that by 2035, there will be close to 12 million self-driving cars on the road.
What exactly is Google X?
It would be tempting to call Google X Google's research lab, where the smartest computer scientists are looking at the next generation of Google products.
You also make a reference, it's kind of like the Manhattan Project, where they developed the first atomic bomb. It also sounds like it could be a little scary.
Google and NASA have teamed up to share one of the world's first commercial quantum computers, therefore bringing about a quantum leap in terms of power.
Let's get to the Google robot. Let's start with what would be the brain of the robot, and that is DeepMind.
DeepMind can be described as a world-class, groundbreaking technology to build powerful and general-purpose learning algorithms.
So critical thinking.
Exactly,
Yeah.
critical thinking.
Google Incorporated said that it is acquiring satellite company Skybox Imaging for $500 million in cash.
And here's a sample of what Google's going to get. The company takes high-res images and video of a given area.
What do you guys think about Google owning the skies and the ground?
Why is Google gobbling up robotics companies? The search engine giant has just acquired a company that designs robots for the U.S. Department of Defense.